Last year, when Rob asked us to pray big, sadly, my first thought was, I don't have anything to pray big about. But then, very quickly, in the same service, the Lord said, excuse me, you don't have anything to pray big about? You're the VBS director, and you have an unsaved brother who lives out of state. Let's rethink this. So, quickly convicted, I began to pray, okay, Lord, tell me how to pray. Tell me what you want me to pray. And he gave me 2 prayers. First, to pray for 10 salvations at VBS that summer, which was a huge prayer because for the last few years, we haven't had any children make a decision. And secondly, he told me to pray that my brother and his family would find the Lord's truth this year. So I began to pray, and I prayed, and I prayed. Daily, I prayed for these things. Summer came along, VBS happened. All throughout, I was praying, others were praying, and the day that we presented the gospel, child after child after child made a decision, and we had 8 decisions. And I was so excited, but at the same time I was like, Lord, you told me to pray for 10. I don't want to be ungrateful, but you told me to pray for 10. And I kept waiting. We went and took our vacation Bible school to Utah. And while we were in Utah for the first time, we had 2 children make a decision. I was so excited. My big prayer actually didn't enter my mind when that happened. But then at the after party, at the celebration, I was standing looking at this massive mountain range that's in the valley. And it was like the Lord put a big equation in my head. 8 + 2 = 10. And I just started crying in tears of joy that the Lord answered the prayer that he gave me. So then my second big prayer was about my brother. I have a stepbrother who does not know the Lord, and he lives very far away from me. And I had been praying that the Lord would send someone or use someone, and I didn't. I said, Lord, if you want to use me, that's fine, but I don't know how you will. And we got all the way to October, and still it had not happened, and I was praying. And the day Ron Hutchpath came and asked us to hold up our person and pray to the Lord told me, go. So I booked a plane ticket and I flew to see him. And while we were there, I prayed fervently that the Lord would allow me to be able to share the Lord's truth with him. And it happened. Now, he didn't make a decision, but the Lord's truth was presented. So the 2 big prayers the Lord gave me last year were answered.